Hi everyone, welcome back to season 2 of Like a Boss. I'm Lauren. You might remember me from season 1. I am an associate student learning advisor with the Student Learning Support Service, and I want to say to everybody, welcome, whether you are joining us as a brand new student just starting this semester, or whether you're coming back to campus, as many of you are, or if you're still working at home. It's really exciting to see so many of you ready to start this new semester. I'm coming to you here from the library, a level 2 in the Commons, which is a space where you might see me quite often, or where you might come to study. And I have to say, it's been really amazing over the last week to see so many of you coming back to campus. The place hasn't looked this lively in months, but I know that many of you are still at home, and if you are, you might have noticed that not only is the campus itself sort of revitalized, but so is our online space. I hope you've seen the new student portal, which is the new student site, which has made it super easy to navigate and find everything you need, like the student support services directory, links to systems like to Okta, and information about how to get involved with activities and things like that on campus and online. But before we get into the official stuff, I want to send a special shout out to the international students who are joining us on shore for the first time. Welcome to wintry Adelaide, and to those students who are still studying offshore. Hi, we see you. I hope that you are feeling a little bit connected with Flinders, even though you can't be here on campus with us. And that goes for those of you who are studying maybe in other cities or regionally. Now, for those of you who don't know, Like a Boss is a series that's here to help you be a better student, whether that is helping you find your way around Flinders and getting you connected to the support services that you need, or giving you some sort of study hacks to help you be more productive and engaged and motivated. I'll be joined by academics, support staff, and students who are experts in areas like productivity, stress, motivation, and time management. That's a big one. So subscribe to Ping and keep checking that Finding Your Way at Flinders page to keep up to date. So without any further ado, let's get into today's topic, which is 3 strong habits to start developing to get you off to your best start for semester 2. Number 1 is to be proactive. Now, we all know that being at uni means taking a large amount of responsibility for ourselves and our own learning, right? We are here to foster the skills that will make us more independent, more capable, more self-sufficient, and allow us to apply our critical and creative skills to innovate and solve problems, right? Kind of sound like an ad, but we don't just magically end up with these skills when we get our certificate at graduation. We actually need to develop them. And being in a process of being means doing. It means looking to the horizon and trying to see the problems that might arise and doing something to help us solve them now. And this means we're often moved outside of our comfort zone. And so part of building a habit of being proactive also means becoming comfortable with the feeling of discomfort. So here are a few ways to become more proactive now. Firstly, familiarize yourself with Flow if you haven't already. This means having a look at both your topic pages for things like what your class expectations are, where you can access your readings and your assessments, but also having a look at those non-topic pages. So things like Library World, the Student Learning Support Services, Horizon, things that are going to help you develop the skills you need to be a good student and let you know what is going on at the university. Being proactive also means being active and engaged in class. It means taking notes, partaking in class discussions. Maybe it means doing something like creating a study group or posting on the Flow discussion boards. Don't just sit back and be a passive learner and take it for granted that you are this empty, vessel waiting to be filled by the knowledge of your tutor. You're not. This is a process, okay? It's back and forth. You need to put in if you want to get out. And when a problem arises, try to be proactive in solving it. Give it a go on your own, even if it is literally just for 15 minutes of sitting down and trying to solve that problem yourself. I work in the Learning Lounge here, and quite often I don't actually necessarily know the answers to the questions that students come to me with, particularly if they're like really weird, tricky little referencing things. But you know what? I sit down with the student and I Google them, and you can Google things on your own. And if you really, really want to get into the heart of being proactive, spend some time now reflecting on why you are here. If you can really zero in on this, it can give you a better idea of where you should be spending your energy and your time here at Flinders. And look out for those opportunities and know what you need to jump on when they arise. So maybe that's that you're here because you want to get a good job. So check out careers, see what they're doing, go to some workshops. Or maybe you're here because you just really love learning, in which case talk to your tutors, come into the library, talk to the staff here, come to the Student Learning Support Service to get those tools that are going to make you really successful. Or maybe you're here to just kind of have fun and meet some friends, in which case check out what FUSA are doing, go to events, join a club or a society. Number 2 is get organized, and this is really just a more specific offshoot of being proactive. But if you don't want to be the student who's constantly leaving things to the last minute, then you need to think and plan ahead. Be proactive. It sounds pretty simple, right? But if you're anything like me, you'll probably start the semester with this amazing plan for success that will quickly fall apart. But that's okay, because there are lots of little habits that we can start putting into just our day-to-day lives to start building those skills. So firstly, find a time management system that works for you. That might mean picking up a FUSA diary or semester planner, or it might mean just setting up your Google or Outlook calendar. So go through your flow and your topic handbook and note your important dates, major assessment, in-class tasks, when you're going to get your readings done, and create notifications that will help keep you on track and keep you engaged with this as a habit. So I use my notifications on my Outlook calendar, for example, but there are lots of other tools that you can use. There's an app called Pocket Schedule Planner, which lets you add in your class times, your assessment due dates, and it notifies you when things are due. And of course, make use of the resources that are here at Flinders. For example, the Student Learning Support Service have just rolled out a brand new set of modules. One of these is all about time management. I recommend, if you really want to get on top of this now, have a look at due date tactics and maximizing your time to get you started now. And number 3, and again, this is another offshoot of being proactive, but it's ask questions. Getting into the habit of asking questions is so important, especially if you've tried to solve a problem and you got stuck. Don't just sit there sort of passively hoping that the answer will come out of the ether. Do something about it. Find somebody who knows. But I get why it's hard. I used to hate asking questions. I was afraid that I would look like an idiot or like an imposter, or that I would just be wasting somebody's time. But the truth is, like, we're at a university, right? Like, this is a place where we are here to learn and to share knowledge. And how else can you do that if you don't ask questions? Your questions are valid, whether they be, where is my class, or how does Cello Park work, or what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow. Plus, if you've done the work and you have tried to find the solution to the problem yourself, your questions will be more targeted and more specific, and you will show the person that you're asking, say your tutor or topic coordinator, that you have actually put in some work, and that's going to put you in good stead. And if you do have questions about your topic, check the flow discussions, post your questions there, find out what your tutor and your topic coordinator's preferred contact methods are and get in touch with them. You should always be able to ask questions of them, and if you can't, go to FUSA. Or if you have questions about enrollment, check out Flinders Connect. Questions about flow, there's the library help desk. Questions about your assignments or maths or referencing, there's the Student Learning Support Service. And if you don't know who to ask, there's Ask Flinders, and they will direct you where you need to go. The point is, there are people here whose job it is to help you and to answer your questions, but you need to ask them first. And so that's it, my first very 3 good habits to try and get into as you start the new semester. I will be back next week with a new topic. And in the meantime, I hope you're all settling in well, and I'll see you soon.